Today, we're talking about something that so many people are curious about once they start digging deeper into their health. And that's the difference between brown fat and white fat. And, why understanding this can actually be a game changer when it comes to weight, energy, and overall wellness. Now, I know talking about fat can bring up all kinds of emotions, frustration, shame, confusion, but let's just take a deep breath because this isn't about beating ourselves up. This is about learning how our bodies are designed to work and how we can support the process in a holistic, kind, and smart way. So let's just start with the basics. White fat is the type that most of us are familiar with. It stores energy, cushions our organs, and helps with hormone production. This is also the fat that you can pinch. So if you reach to your belly and you can pinch the fat that's underneath your skin, then that's your subcutaneous fat. And that's a type of white fat. Now, when we have too much white fat, especially there's another kind that's called visceral fat, and this one can surround your organs. It can lead to things like insulin resistance, inflammation, hormone imbalance, and more. But here's where it gets really interesting. Brown fat is metabolically active fat. And unlike white fat, which stores energy, brown fat burns energy. It has a ton of mitochondria, which are the powerhouses of our cells, and it actually generates heat to help keep your body warm. And that process is called thermogenesis. So babies are born with a lot of brown fat to help them regulate their body temperature. And adults still have some, and it's mostly in the areas of our neck, shoulders, and upper back. But what's even cooler about this is that when we actually stimulate brown fat, then and get it more active, it can support a healthy metabolism. So listen, this is important. If you're someone who's carrying extra weight, this is not about shaming your white fat. It's not bad. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to store energy in times of abundance. And your body is working so hard to protect you. The more that we can understand how it works, then the more that we can work with it, not against it. Now, the other thing is if you are often starving your body, then what will happen is your body will, let's say you have periods of starvation, and not necessarily intermittent fasting because there are strategic ways to do that. But if you are starving yourself for dieting and it's extended and then you're not getting the calories that you need during your window of eating time, then the body will store even more fat in the times when you do eat because the body starts to feel like, I don't know when I'm going to get food next. Okay. So it's really important for us. We can have some times of juice cleanses. We can have some times where we're eating fewer calories, but we don't want to be doing that all the time. And we want to make sure that we are fueling our bodies and fueling them well with our whole foods. So here's the truth that I want you to hear today. It's not just about calories in, calories out. I know I was talking about starvation and that's an extreme, right? Our bodies are complex and with hormones, stress, sleep, inflammation, gut health, environmental toxins, all of these play a huge role in how our bodies are going to use and store energy. So if you have been eating perfectly and working out and you still feel stuck, it's not because you're lazy or broken. You might need a different approach, a smarter, gentler, and more personalized one. That's where activating your brown fat can come in. I just want to talk about a few simple ways that we can support the brown fat. First of all, cold exposure. I'm not saying take an ice bath every single day, but even a splash of cold water on your face or turning the shower cold for 30 seconds can help wake up those brown fat cells, especially if you let that cold water spray on your neck and your upper back. The other thing is that we want to think about getting quality sleep. Melatonin helps to stimulate brown fat. So improving your sleep habits can do more than just boost your mood. And I know I've talked about that in other videos and information that I send out to my clients and to my audience. I would say check those resources out because sleep is so, so important for us. Now, movement, even light movement like walking or stretching, can increase brown fat activity over time. It doesn't have to be intense to be effective. So move your body. Take times, especially after meals, to maybe walk for 5 or 10 minutes, to go up and down some flights of stairs, where, depending on where you work or what your situation is, you might be marching in place because going up and down the stairs doesn't work very well for you right now. Maybe you have an injury or something. But whatever it is, do something to move your body. Now, certain foods can also help to stimulate the brown fat. Healthy fats are helpful. Green tea and spices like turmeric and cayenne can help to activate our brown fat. And I actually go deeper into this in some of my wellness programs because these things are just simple ways that we can help to maximize our fat burning effect. And I really want to invite you in. If you've been trying to figure all of this out on your own and you're overwhelmed by all the conflicting advice, I've been there. And that's why I created a space where we can walk through it together. And so I have a variety of different resources available. And, if you want something that's personalized, then I do free holistic health assessments where we can chat about your specific goals and figure out what's going on beneath the surface and see how I might be able to support you in other ways. You don't have to keep guessing. You don't have to hustle harder. You can work smarter and feel better with support. So if today's video lit a spark or gave you a new way of looking at your body, then leave a comment, hit like, and don't forget to check out the links below, subscribe to my channel, explore the wellness tools that I've created just for you. You are not broken. You are not behind. Your body is wise. And with the right tools and support, you can feel better. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Be kind to yourself this week. You're doing better than you think, and I'll see you in the next video.